Today we might upset some people because today we are brutally ranking Sidemen guests. So we are doing a tier list of ranking people who have appeared on the Sidemen channel at some point in time to see how good they were or how good they are. So it's a bit of also going to be a bit of a memory test, as well as making sure I don't forget who some of these people are, which could be very, very awkward very quickly. So we have 5 tiers. You have goated, you have elite, you've always had something, does the job, and we have I forgot they had appeared. So let's be honest about this one, I guess. Starting off with Rory Jennings, the man who claimed that Erling Haaland would only score 15 goals. If he did, it would be a great season, and any more would be a, what's it called, a disrespect to the establishment or something, wasn't it like that? His appearance was in the barbershop video where I cut Con's hair. I didn't forget, so he did the job. Didn't add much on that day, but he can do. I know he can do, but maybe on that day it wasn't the right facilities for that big man. Tommy Innit appeared in Sidemen Tag. Well, how great of a guess was Mr. Tommy Innit without upsetting Tommy Innit fans? I think he'd be good in, he could be better. It could be better than the job he did on that day. The job he did that day did the job. This is not even brutal. It does the job's fine. You did the job, mate. That's gonna be Ian Sterling. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Luckily, my memory is actually pretty good. I think I might get this. Ian Sterling, Rose to Sidemen, 2. Good performance. Actually enjoyed his rose quite a lot because he surprised me and actually gave me something new, especially for me and my rose personally. Gave me the Zerkaa, 30 years old as he in my name, and actually referenced GTA, which I expected more people to do, but they didn't do it. They just did the same old and boring stuff. So I'm gonna say always add something. He does always add something. He's been in more videos. I feel like he did something else. I can't work out what it is. Maybe it's Dragon's Den? Did he do a voiceover for that, maybe? It might be. Let's do that anyway. Nigahiga. So that'd be the whole group, right? If I'm on that video, because that, unless it's just him on his own. So that will be the we did a video against them in Vegas. This is a good Vegas trip. In that Vegas trip, we did that video, the Jaguar Keys one, and something else. We didn't, you know what? In that video, we don't get why he was so great at YouTube, because a lot of his skits and stuff were like amazing and so creative and well thought out, and we didn't really get that in that video. It's more just our group versus their group. It's like a great, just like nice little, sometimes in life a collab is just good to have worlds colliding type thing, you know, like just having different worlds collide. It's quite nice for both audiences. But he does add something. I'm gonna say does the job. That video is good, but it's not a video that like I think people go back and remember and like clip up anything from it. Like, I think if I asked some of you guys what was in that video, you wouldn't even know. And it had weird stuff, like we sat on a mat and we had to like slide ourselves forward like a dog. It had like the paper towel thing. It had like trying to drown challenge. It had Vic versus, who did Vic go against? We're gonna get someone to try and like see how long go underwater for. Man like Gibb's elite every time. Might even be goated actually. Gib came in the camping video and I think added a great deal to that video. It really boosted the mood. Gib is actually an elite guest. Not used enough or utilized enough, I think. I'm put Gib goated for now. May come down, but I doubt it. I think Gib will stay goated. Arthur TV appeared in a weirdest restaurants video. Was actually elite in that. Literally said that today in a reaction video. So definitely has to be elite. First performance, and it was a very good performance. Unlike Wallux, did a 20 vs 1. Has been in copious amounts of videos, and obviously Lux, Freezy, Randolph. That have to be elite because they just fit in seemingly with us, right? They're part of the troops. That's our friend group. So I feel like if it was Lux and it's Freezy and Randolph, they have to be in goated. There has to be. Let's put these all here. Save ourselves some time. There you go for now. Man like SX. He was in the he was in the gift for the Christmas song, but also recently appeared in the Japanese game shows. He was good in that. Good in that. Very good. It has to be elite. He provided us the chorus for the gift. I don't need gifts. I mean, he's elite artist anyway, so elite has to be there. True Geordie. Did he appear in the Us versus XO5 aside? No. What video was he in? Ryan, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to go here. I can't remember what video you're in. I can't picture a shoot. Moving on. Man like Philly. What I love about Philly is like he is like sometimes you have guests where he just brings energy to the room and you bounce off him. So obviously he was in the Tinder with Chunks and HP, and he did his own 20 vs 1 as well. But he's a very energetic person, so you can say something, he's always going to ad lib, he's always going to add on it, and if someone says something funny, he's going to elevate that moment, and you need those people around you, that people who elevate those moments. So I'd actually argue he may be goated. It might I think it has to be goated, honestly. Will NE. What videos has he been in? Oh no, Will, you're in one coming up, I know that. That's fine. I haven't forgot you appear because you've been in one recently. But you don't know that yet, I don't think. But what videos you been in? Will. Going through my memory right now. I can't see you. I had to write myself. He was on Christmas Cook-Off on my team. How did I forget he was on my team? Did I get that drunk that day? No, I didn't. All right, Will, you're going to always add something because I half forgot what videos you was in. That's probably my fault, not your fault. So, yeah. Sorry, Will. And that Chunksini. Or can I even call him that? In a Reacts video a long time ago, I had to think of a nickname for him. I haven't got a nickname for him right now. I had to put these two together, right? They have to go together. Because I'd have both of these on any video ever. So yeah, these two. Chunks. Okay. To be fair though, Chunks, you did come to a theme park for the cheapest expensive theme park, and you left. You left us. Just you dipped out. You done with the rides. Didn't want any more rides. So that could relegate you. I might relegate you for that alone. Bambino Becky. Did a few videos. Another one coming up again as well. I'm giving you spoilers today. She actually came on with Max Fosh for Dragon's Den, and then also obviously she was the person who got money thrown at her by JJ and Tinder. For now, I'm gonna always add something, but I think Becky can add more in a future video. Not one that's recorded yet, but I feel like there's more she can add. I don't think any videos so far have let her fully showcase her personality. That Talia Mar. It is Talia Mar, right? In the hat. I've seen the photo before. Talia Mar was in the recent Ancient vs Futuristic trip, right? She just appeared in the background. Is that all we've got so far from you, Talia? You know what, Talia? You did the job. You were there. But we need to see you on another video, you know? Let's see what else we can get from you. Ali A in a hide and seek came through. But he forgot. He didn't bring a vlog camera and he filmed on my iPhone. But he won. He won hide and seek. It was a good person in hiding and hid well. So he did the job. But the thing is, I feel like does the job, but is kind of offensive against always add something, because Ali adds something, he was a guest, right? But just does the job for now. Raka has to be elite. I was only there briefly for the video we did with them, which is like Sidemen versus KSI. I think it's the shortest Sidemen Sunday. It has to be, right? Because it was after JJ's fight. Yeah, it was, right? And then they were laughing at him, and I was nice to JJ, and he punched me, and that was my appearance done, because I was literally flying to Mykonos that day or something. So it was just done. But yeah, elite, and they've actually had a lot of success recently. They moved into the actual movie world, and they got a film coming out very, very soon. They got signed properly, so big up them, because they have a massive future ahead of them, hopefully, because they've always been sick, but YouTube probably isn't their platform. J to the M to the E has to be goated. Always comes through good energy every single time. Speaks as fast as I do. Known him for a very long time, but yeah, like he's been in more videos recently. He was in the road trip, was elite in that. Has the great moment of him and Harry where he's waffling about woodwork and Harry's like, yeah, sick. But yeah, he's elite every time. Jack Whitehall appeared in one Sidemen Sunday, which is like a try to laugh challenge. He splattered eggs on our heads. Was actually very good, and also appeared in a Sidemen show where we drove across London. I think we loved him in that because he's just down for stuff, you know. And he's just normal. Sometimes like back then, I think celebrities were very like scary and like, oh my god, like celebrity, like are they gonna be alright? And he rocked up and he was just so normal, so nice. And like chilled with us the whole day, so has to be an elite for sure. Gideon did 20 vs 1. We don't have Gideon at his best still, so I want to almost say elite because he just waffled like crazy on 20 vs 1. I think if you know what, if you do 20 vs 1, you kind of have to sit in elite because first off you've done it, which is a tough, grueling task. No one's really flopped to 20 vs 1 yet. That's the thing. I wonder what happened. Like, what would a Vic 20 vs 1 look like after his performance in the last one? Be interesting, but I'm still very, very keen to do a reverse 20 vs 1. So we get 20 guys and one girl. I think that is like sick and a whole different dynamic. It'd be interesting, like a guy's reaction to a girl just being so weird to him. JMX. What video is Joel in? Family Fortunes. The one that started the Deji diss track era with Randolph. He's on the other team. I'm gonna go does a job because it was just Family Feuds answering questions. There wasn't loads to add. Kai has to go elite. Some people didn't like that 20 vs 1, but I don't care, right? Because if I go on a Sidemen channel right now, January 22nd to be precise, it has 39.6 million views. There's nowhere else you could appear other than there. Logan Paul did Tinder, did 20 vs 1. Did he do anything else? I don't know. Ex-enemy of KSI and the Sidemen. And we were victorious, became the Wide Men, and then Logan Paul He held his L, took it, and then came back with vengeance, partnered up with JJ for Prime. And then now it's it's a healthy relationship. It's pretty good. And I'm actually impressed they all appeared in the Tinder as well. And they rocked up and didn't have lines prepared, and they actually delivered on the day. They did very, very well. Again, a Tinder is something I think, again, if you're on Tinder, you have to be in elite and above. Because again, that's horrible to do. Like horrible to do. So the fact they did them means I have to sit up there. Steven tries, not even a question. Literally not even a question. Goated has been there time and time again for us. Has been a guest many times. Always, always delivers and over delivers. So yeah, Steven tries has to be there. Deji, I'm so happy his 20 vs 1 went down very, very well with the audience, because I remember leaving that studio that day and thinking, that was really good. Like, I really enjoyed that. I think Ethan said, you know what, that's my favorite one. It definitely was. Like, he surprised a lot of people, I think, because I think people expect to be really awkward. He was really good at it the whole time. Like, we sent him a prompt, he did it, and did more. You know what I mean? So, Deji, you can always rely on him for a good laugh. And then, yeah, 20 vs 1, again, goated. So, there you go. That JCC? It is, right? I think it is. The pro club's legend himself. You're gonna have to do the job because you got your hair cut. That's all he did, right? He wasn't any other videos. He's not even appearing in the club's videos, so he has to be there. He just did the job. Mr. Beast himself. In a very controversial Sidemen Sunday, one that did well, performed well, but is notoriously down as one of the worst Sidemen Sundays in recent times, only because it's more catered towards his audience and his style. So I think Jimmy always adds something, but I think he could add more if we changed up the thing for it. I think we messed up, and it wasn't him who messed up. We messed up and tried to cater too much towards his side. And basically we should have made him just do literally like a holiday and bring him into our side of the world. I think that'd been good, and he could have showcased himself more. Danny Aaron's recent guest and a fan favorite as well. Really well received by the audience. I'm gonna go elite, but we'll get into the GOAT category soon, I think. George Not Found, again, it was just tag team, right? So just did the job. Con. I mean, Con does always add something because he does film. And he's always there adding something. And I think in recent times, you've added, like, the camera crew have been more and more involved in the actual videos and the shoot itself, which I think is nice for the audience. Some may disagree. But yeah, I think Con always adds something. He did the same for Zerkaa Thursdays. You know, he's behind the camera, but he's always adding something. I'm Alex. I think main appearance will be, again, the haircut, so just did the job. Kenny. No way are we missing Sharky. We're doing my boy Sharky dirty here. There is no Sharky. How's there no Nico? He literally pranked. He pranked everyone. There's no Nico. He pranked everyone in Dragon's Den and made everyone eat muffins. I worked with him on that prank.
Hey, dog food.
No.
Dog food.
Why is it hot? Why is it hot? Because we're coming in hot, Sidemen. Sidemen. Oh, wait, my mic dropped.
This is a violation. I'm sorry, Nico and Sharky. You're just too good to be on here, apparently. But Evan and Greg made it, though. Kenny in Among Us. I mean, again, these two can add more. I mean, we haven't let them add more yet, but at some point, I'm sure we will. But yeah, for now, they added something because it was a group video and it was group versus group and it was Among Us. There's not loads of stuff you can add in a video like that. But in future, if we do a video with them again, I'm sure they'll add more. Pie Face, Among Us, DCI Pie himself. He does love a good waffle on Among Us. Tell you that much. He will run through the whole story 5 times. And then some people are like, vote him out, he's still talking. But I do love Pie Face. Always love my boy Pie Face. FIFA grinder. What? So in videos, what's he appeared in Sidemen Sunday wise? It's quite recent appearances, no? I know always add something, but balancing it out. So it's just Brian down there. This is really bad. Now we have Phil or Rafe. I feel like because the audience loved it so much anyway, he has to be an elite. Can get overused, so he gets brought back every once in a while. But elite though. You know, that audience loved him for a very long time. We have KSI. You know, KSI, you know what? It's been so long since I've seen a KSI guest appearance. I forgot they even appeared, honestly, even though he appeared last week. But we for the memes, we'll run it here, you know? Evan, he's a West Ham fan. So honestly, I'm going to put you here. But you did the job, really. You did a very weird and awkward job that you had to lie down. You have like a broken leg or ankle at the time, and you'd lost your voice. So I feel like they done you dirty, but you're a West Ham fan, so you deserved it. Greg. Now, how can you forget Greg? You know, this man has spanked me many times. Weirdly. So he always had something. He definitely, you know, he brings a spanking every time. Reeve had a small appearance in a pub golf, I think. I think it also appeared in Family Fortunes. So I'm gonna go down here as well and does the job. We've not got to see a big part of Reeve yet. Could add more. Jabberwockies, I can't forget they appeared. They did the job. I mean, they don't speak, you know, so they communicated with their bodies very, very well. And I mean, ultimately, that was like a fanboy kind of video for some of us because obviously they're the best, like the best dance group of all time, most famous dance group of all time. Seen them 3 times in Vegas anyway. So to do a video of them was like an honor anyway. You know, like again, that's one of the things where it's like worlds colliding, just a good thing to do. Whether the video is the best video ever or not, doesn't really matter because it's a great thing to do. Ben Foster, we can get more out of Ben Foster. We did the football video of him where we tried to smash Ethan's GTR and failed miserably. And he added a lot to that video. But he can add more, I know he can. Because he's been doing YouTube all the time now, hasn't he? That was like still a year ago when we did that video. Joe Sugg. I'm not going to forget you appeared, am I, Joe Sugg? Where did you appear in a Sidemen Sunday? I'm cheating. I have to remember where he was. We got him in Extreme Bake Off, didn't we? But I forgot he appeared, so it has to go here. But Joe, you were good in that video. I'm so sorry. We should get Joe back because Joe's actually really good as a guest. I feel like he, again, could add loads. After this video, comment someone you want to see on a Sidemen channel because our guest list is getting pretty big, getting pretty stacked. And I love the fact that like Sidemen channel could be a hub where we can bring in like new, like up and coming UK YouTubers, or we can bring in massive UK YouTubers or American YouTubers, and watching different people interact with us all the time. I think it's always to add like a fresh dimension every week. Man like Chip, always gonna be elite, always funny. So, add something though. What videos? I'm gonna always add something because I need to think of like a standout video or standout performance of his, and I haven't got it in my head. So I'm gonna always add something. But I know there's stuff coming up that makes him here if it's edited well and like whatever. But I feel like here is good. Syndicate got his hair cut, so he just did the job. Unfortunately, Mike. I mean, he was pretty elite. To be fair, he got us some good censored moments. I think all 3 of these got to join him up here because that American Tinder was very, very popular. So they have to be here. Again, like I said, Tinder 20 vs 1 kind of automatically puts you in those top 2 rows. HP did Tinder and was elite in it. Oh, I feel bad because Chunks is here. Do I do this to be? I feel bad because hey, all these three were that Tinder video, and I prefer that Tinder to the American Tinder. Referring to like actual content moments. And then obviously HP was in the 20 vs 1 that Philly did and helped us with the thingies, and he's brutal. Like if he did 20 vs 1, he would be brutal. I think let's put them all together. I relegated Chunks, but realistically he should be up there. Chris MD. Oh, I want to put Chris here. I do love Chris. Chris is funny. You can get more from Chris. Chris is an elite. Nepo got his hair cut. Again, we get more from Nepo than just getting his hair cut, you know. Theo Bake. He's an elite guest. Whether I remember what videos he's been in as much, I don't know. Feel I'm gonna just add something. I'm flipping it around a little bit. We'll add something. We'll leave it as that. We'll leave it as that. If you disagree with any of them, let me know. Surely you wouldn't put JJ up here, would you? Put JJ was a good guess? Nah, he's gonna be down here, right? Feel bad for these 4, but I mean, ultimately, it's just fine. We'll move on. But yeah, let me know a guest you want to see in a video coming up on the Sidemen channel, and maybe I'll make it happen for you. And until then, leave a like on it, subscribe. Goodbye.